What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we're back at it with another Hunters Guild Red Hood review. This is for Chapter 10, The Sixth Plan. Now, if you remember everything that was going on in Chapter 9, they just barely started as far as the cops and robbers, and, they started, looking at Valoo was like, something doesn't seem right. And we're going to have to test out a couple of things to see if it goes through. But the thing is that if this happens, if my hunch is correct, then we'll be able to pass everybody. So it starts off with, Valoo says that we had a game where, he grew up, one person dressed up as a werewolf and put on a tail, and all the kids would try to steal it. The game we'll play isn't cops and robbers, it's steal the tail. We can't let ourselves be the prey, we're gonna be the hunters of the cops, and it's interesting because it really goes into, the fact of how Valoo's mind works, but also how he was pretty much prepped for a lot of this stuff. And, Debonair's just all like, going after the cuffs, good plan. Now she's just like, do you really think you can steal the cuffs off me? Now, this is what is very, very important. So, Valoo goes on and explains this plan. There's a plan A and there's a plan B. Plan A is first we try to pin down how the cops restock their handcuffs. If we do, then boom, plan A cut off their supply route, and then the cops lose their ability to arrest us, all the robbers pass. Now, if they don't figure out, as far as how the cops restock their cuffs, get more allies and try to swarm the cops. And then it says, and then the cops lose their ability to arrest us, all the robbers pass. And then it says, though it's likely they planned for this. Now, the biggest problem is time, as one of the other, people had said. And the issue is that the test is 2 hours. Yeah, blocking their supply route for that long is gonna be rough, And so now they start really teaming up with each other as far as to be able to, because basically all they're wanting to do at this point is see if how they restock is, how that is done. So it's at a point where it's just all like, boom, they're able to get as far as a couple of cuffs, but at the expense of getting, caught. But it's okay though, because they got confirmation that that's how they get their replacements. So that's what Valoo finds out as far as the handcuff supplier, which is Laurel. And, we see as far as the other people going off after they got caught to see if they could recruit. So they was just all like, all right, they went with plan A and plan B simultaneously. And it was really, really cool because they went and they were talking to one of the twins, and it was just like, look, we're gonna need you, and all these different things like that. And he's just like, I refuse, because the reason why I failed the last time was because I trusted someone and I got betrayed. Now this was, of course, unfortunate, but Valoo got what it was that he wanted, which was the fact of finding out how they got everything taken care of, which was as far as they replaced as far as the cuffs. So it ends with Valoo saying it is on to plan A. So it looks like plan A is good to go. And then it looks like plan A goes with Muriel's, so boom. Now remember what plan A is. Plan A is going to be to cut off their supply route. The cops lose their ability to arrest us, all the robbers pass. So that's just, super simple. It's like you don't have to defeat them or do any force. Of course, force is going to be on there, but that was the main thing. So that was really, really cool. So we got to see as far as some of the reasoning behind, for one, why did, the twins fail, and that was interesting. And, he lets him know that, hey, who's to say that Valoo won't betray you in the end, or maybe you, or you. So that was very, very interesting. Another interesting thing was the fact that, what's her face? The priest lady did this move that was really, really dope. I was all like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, Tower of Divine Favor. And it was interesting because she's just like, oh, a barrier, huh? That reeks of magic. Your power is a hex, isn't it? And she says, no, it's God's blessing, and that's very, very interesting because remember, both Debonair and, Red, they both got hexed, so now that she's just saw it, so there might be like a particular, feeling towards witches, in particular, not just in general as far as what they're hunting. So that was really, really dope. It was also really cool to find out as far as this other game that Valoo had played, and then as far as a little bit of the plan with what they're trying to do. Now, of course, to cut off their supply route is not going to be easy, but it's going to be a lot better than trying to swarm them, because realistically, Debonair would be able to one-shot all of them, and Red as well. So that's super interesting as far as with that. So I'm really liking, for one, the pacing and how smart Valoo is, and him being able to see certain things. So I personally hope that I hope that everyone survives as far as makes it and passes, because I would definitely like to see how things change. Valoo's the main character, so of course he's gonna be able to start getting people on his side. But I did like as far as the different moves that were being displayed. I'm curious to see what Mirios is gonna be able to do. Now, if y'all want me to do like a breakdown of the magic and the different moves that we've seen so far, as well as the characters that we for sure know their names of, then let me know. I'm probably gonna definitely do a video in regards to that, just so I can personally be remembering, because I'm all like, that person, I don't think that that's too much of an issue. I think in the way that it's being paced, I think it'll probably end up working out well just in general as the story builds off. So anyways, other than that, hey, this is another Hunters Guild Red Hood Chapter 10 review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What type of thing do you think Maris is gonna be doing? What do you think that they're gonna pass? But yeah, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe, notification bell, and you can support me directly by getting my own manga that I made called the Most Random Manga Ever. It's the first cannabis themed manga comic book, so there's 8 issues you can read for free. And you can support me directly by getting the volume 1, which has 11 issues, digital or physical. So hey, make sure to get that and check out my latest single, Invincible Summer. Again, this is Mr. Composition MC that writes fiction. Peace. Thoughts in the deep science, got the sun in my pocket, build your resilience. So when the next winter cycle comes, I prepare with no losses. The work of the solo, it's a boss. At the heart of my winter, there's an invincible summer. Invincible summer.